Dog, this nigga is fucking spitting, bruh. The sword in the storm, the sword in the soaring, navy blue. This album is absolutely fire. It's mature, it's introspective, and it's layered. The dude is delivering these smooth, deliberate rhythms over beats. Sometimes no beat at all. These things are stripped back, but heavy with emotion. Okay, so who is Navy Blue? His real name is Sage Seltzer, right? You might recognize his name from maybe some of these like skater videos, right? And these competitions. He is sponsored. He is a brand sponsor for Supreme and Supreme. There was another one, Supreme. And did I make a note of this? Converse, right? So he's a skater, right? Skater. He's a poet. Um, and even this whole project is a lot more spoken word than it is rap. It's a lot of rap, but like, man, his style is just so freaking effortlessly poetic. It's freaking dope. His music is this incredible blend of hip hop, spoken word. It just feels incredibly personal. It's like he's letting you into his world, his thoughts on life and growing up in America, growing up black in America. The soundscape of this album is essentially its own vibe. First key detail is that the beats are minimalist, but still soulful. They rely heavily on these hazy, jazzy samples that loop seamlessly. It's that lo fi hip hop aesthetic that just resonates with me. I love me some lo fi. I mentioned before that um, in my end of year thing back in 2024 of how lo-fi is always ends up being the top of my list when it's like, hey, what did you listen to this year? It's always ends up being lo-fi, right? And I lo-fi hip hop because I read a lot. I read a lot of books and stuff, so it's like I play that as my background music, and it kind of like helps me like just get into the universe, right? I mean, I guess sometimes it's a little bit off because the universe is talking about something that might be a little bit more mellow when the song is a little bit more upbeat. But whatever, it doesn't bother me. It just adds that atmosphere that I need to like really dive into, especially when I'm reading fiction. The first key detail that I notice uh, about this thing is that Sage handles a lot of and here's the thing, Sage handles a lot of the production himself. So you have an artist who's actually doing the production himself. Like it makes the matching of the vocals and the instrumentation just so much more synchronistic. It's just so much the cadence and the mood, the vision from one like succinct perspective. It's just it's just beautiful. The final product is deeply atmospheric. There's a lot of texture here, dusty drums. We're talking about these subtle vocal snippets, maybe a soft piano here and there, all to create this intimate space. I shared I have a project of my own that I'm working on, and I shared the this one track with my brother. Everything happens so subtly because the vocals are so it's the vocals are on top. Not that they're over the top, but they're on top. They're prominent. I shared a track with my brother, and I'm like, "Yo, this joint is so subtle. The background music that there's not even any keys on this thing. No, definitely no percussion." He listened to it and he ran it back and ran it back. He was like, "Oh no, there are actually some keys here. You have to listen close." He's a little bit more musically inclined than I am. Um, I'm an amateur, enthusiast to this thing, right? To this whole freaking genre, of this whole thing of music. Um, but I know what I like. And I know what sounds good. And I know what makes me feel something, right? And he's like, no, listen here. It sounds like this. Da, 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 da. He did the sound. And I'm like, oh snap! I didn't even realize that's what that was. That's how subtle this things happen because the lyrics are what takes center stage. The vocals are what is prominent because this is music that you feel. This is music that you absorb. The final product is deeply atmospheric. There's this track, Orchids. So it's the second one on this joint. Orchids is produced by child actor, right? Soft piano. We're talking subtle string touches, distinct and distant vocal samples. It's a calm boom bap. It creates this meditative healing space, but it's like rap though. You feel me? Man, they on some Larry June type stuff. Type of like vibes and mellow, right? Although Larry June is telling stories and freaking recalling all kinds of wild experiences and stuff in his cadence of just like calm and just like, yeah, I'm just calm through the storm kind of thing. Um, Navy Blue is spitting poetry on this thing. It shifts from grief to gratitude and it comes through clearly. It feels like self discovery, acceptance, and transformation captured in one song that's 2 minutes and 39 seconds long. God's Kingdom is the third track on this thing. It's deeply personal. It's grief over familial loss, and he goes through a gauntlet. He goes through a list. I'm like, bruh, I hope you got some therapy, cause he's going through a list and talking about like, and he lists a person and he talks about a specific. It's such a beautiful tribute to a loved one because he talks about the person, he talks about the loss, but he talks about he recalls a memory with them. Like living with them in the moment when they were alive, and how it sounds like you can't make this stuff up. You can't make some of this stuff up. And it's beautiful. The rendition is like a great memorial to those folks. It lays bare pain and mourning, but also hints at perseverance, survival, and the weight of heritage. 24 Gospel is the 12th track on this joint, and this is the only feature on this project. Earl Sweatshirt. I love me some Earl Sweatshirt. I've had him before in previous seasons of the show. Had him on a project on before. What's that one with this where he's like putting water on his face? Was that Earl Sweatshirt? Oh, I gotta look it up now. Hold on. Oh man, I'm looking now and like, damn man, Earl Sweatshirt has been on some shit. Doris 2013, some rap songs. Love that project. Live Live Laugh Love is another one. I don't know if I that hairline on Live Laugh Love though. The the cover on that joint. Yo, what's that? He's got a flower in the back. I forgot what that flower is called. If Only is another track that I just love on this thing, particularly about this one line where Sage says how he never saw his father kiss his mother as a child. And it really resonates with me because I thought about that kind of thing, and like I never saw my dad date my mom. I never saw, and at this point both my parents are dead. And I talked last time about how I'm starting to lose memories of what I have of my mother. I was 14 when she died, and it was just glimpses of who she was as a person, how she um, shared life with me and love and the experiences that I've had, and some pivotal. I can't remember a pivotal moment when my mom was around. I live a big chunk, like the vast majority of my life, I've lived without a mother. Imagine somebody who's alive now who her mother's died at birth. That's like wild to think, right? But they did never really never had a mother. They only have a memory of a mother. Just somebody that like lives through pictures and stories. I I didn't have many pictures. We didn't grow up with pictures. My parents, for poverty reasons and growing up Haitian, didn't take a ton of pictures. So I didn't have all those to fall back on. And my dad wasn't one that would share stories. I was talking to my brother about how, like, man, Pops never shared stories or told us about her. And and I got to thinking about that and thinking about how I do in relationships and stuff. And not to say that, I mean, I've had a lot of growth since having these realizations. I've discovered a thing called therapy. And apparently a lot of black people still don't believe in therapy and don't believe that it's a useful uh endeavor, it's a useful profession. Or like, no, no, I have enough friends, I have enough family, I have enough sage advice in my life where the profession of paying somebody to do this as a profession, it's not necessary. You just talk to me. I think freaking is it 21 Savage or not 21, or Young Thug. One of them was talking about how like he doesn't want his girl to go to therapy because she should be talking to me. She don't need to be talking to nobody about our issues. Anyways, I mentioned this to someone. I might have been my brother, but like I never recalled my dad dating my mom. Imagine you're alive right now. You have both parents in your life, and you've seen your parents get dressed up. You getting a babysitter because they're going out for the night, and she's dressed up like, mom, you look kind of looking like a thought. You know what I'm saying? It pops is like, yo, I still got it. She still got it, kind of thing, and like trying to take her out, and you know what I mean, that proud of that. You know what I mean? And mom's is like, my man is doing this thing for me and taking me out and stuff. Dating as a married couple with kids. Like I never saw that. I never even saw my dad kiss mama. Did I see him kiss her? I might have seen him kiss one time, ironically, in somebody else's wedding or something like that. But like, I never saw them date. I never saw them really like un unprompted show affection towards each other. Yo, if you still got your parents in your life, both of them especially, and they're like still doing their thing and they're still together, like these long term relationships, it's it's few and far between. Cherish that. Toast to them. Matter of fact, toast to them. I hope our generation can still experience something like that. Uh, so like I was saying, Earl Sweatshirt shows up on this thing and freaking kills this verse. Thematically, this is transmutation. We're talking about turning pain, tears, loss into something meaningful. It's a statement of growth, resilience, and survival. Sage kicks this thing off going, I meander. The path zigzagging like a jack o' lantern. What? 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 Who rhymes that? Meander and jack o' lantern? I would have never thought to, bruh. I write poetry. I would have, bruh. Meander and jack o' lantern, and again, it's all part of how you pronounce it and everything, how the enunciation goes. But that's freaking dope. I meander, the path zigzagging like a jack o' lantern. My inner light relying on my candor to make the expedition. Gotta plan first. Plan first. Candor. Jack o' lantern, meander. That's freaking gorgeous. All of those words, none of those words should be rhyming. Maybe meander and candor. None of these words should be rhyming, but then he makes it work. I mean, okay, okay, all right. All right, I'm gonna be stuck here, like, just like the beauty of this writing, because this is poetry. Hip hop is poetry. This is modern day poetry, y'all. I meander. The path zigzagging like a jack o' lantern. My inner light relying on my candor. To make the expedition, gotta plan first. I plan no he's, to make the expedition. Got a plan first. I had the premonitions, gripping grimace till my hands hurt. All that petty banter when I was busy kicking cans. Young black gifted like the Panthers. Past life regressions at a glance. I speak the language of the heart. Those who seek it understand. I trust it. Where I'm meant to be is where I am. Spirit led me through the ash and left impressions in the sand. Earl sweatshirt is like, nah, dog. Nah, dog. You ain't finna have me out here looking goofy. You ain't have me out. So your boy had to come through and put these bars down. Swift on my toes, stick with me. Pick up the tempo and pulse. The ninja blender spinning until they pulp. Unfiltered, the Brit are broken. Swift on my toes, stick with me. Stick with me now. Pick up the tempo and pulse. The ninja blender. Swift on my toes, stick with me. Pick it up. Pick up the tempo. God, dog. Oh my God, this wasn't spitting. Swift on my toes, stick with me. Pick up the tempo and pulse the ninja blender spinning until they pulp. Unfiltered the Brit are broken. Bruh, better had a cup spilling. His his missus won't give up or go. Tough titty the hoe. It took a toll on him, mental to never switch up, but still want different results. Sisyphus lifting a load. Oh my gosh. Nigga. That's a well-read nigga right there. It's a slippery slope. The boulder big and wide. Aloha, I mean goodbye and hello. Thin Lizzy, the boys back in town, the villagers know. Sin City, local kiss the ground. I've been here before. Sitting pretty, I'm the one who manufactured the stone. Advantage me. I broke the tie. We had to move in. We had to move on. Answer me, please. I had his Baba cast me the stone. I had his Baba cast me the stone. These boys is out here spitting, rhyming, straight poetry, and all kinds of freaking unconventional rhymes, bro. It's the vibe of Sword and Soaring. It's meditative. It's reflective. It's deeply, deeply soulful. The vibe is one of gentle self-discovery and quiet resilience. No party banger in sight. Sorry. Sorry. Honestly, the ideal setting is alone. I guess picture yourself kicking back on your sofa. Maybe you got a glass of something nice nearby. Navy blue demands your full attention on this thing. It's like 90%, 95%, 99% a solo project. You get Earl come through, slide through real quick, and he ain't dropping the caliber one bit. It demands your full attention. It's a must listen for real heads looking for this. If you're gonna make a playlist and you're gonna be on these playlists, again, I'm here just for albums and album reviews, and that's what I'm promoting. If it's full album listens from top to bottom sort of thing. But if you try to take a break from that playlist and get something that's deep and introspective, this is what's up. You know, I want to close this out by the closing minutes or the closing minute on 24 Gospel. This isn't the last track on the project, but it could be, because it talks about what the whole battle has been about when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to poetry and the life and death of hip hop. And people are predicting The death of hip hop. But I say that you know what I mean, it's what they say, rumors of my demise are premature. And I would say that with hip hop. Nas announced it back in, was that '04? The death of hip hop, you know, hip hop is dead. I mean, and other people have come around and they might have proclaimed such things. And I get it. I get what they're saying, man. Mumble rap, that era mumble rap was like, I mean, you even got, bruh, you even got, what's the dude named Designer? Panda. Like, he's put out a new project. I don't know if he, you know what, I might need to review, I might need to give a full listen, but I've heard some songs from him and I'm like, yo, dude can rhyme. He's from New York. Dude can spit. Like, this is what's up. This like, there was a vibe that was going on that he was like, yo, let me tap into this real quick, make a quick bag. And, you know, I mean, he did his thing. But, like, he's put out a project now that, like, it's off of that mumble junk. It's like, on some, lyrical, introspective. I'm not saying it's conscious. It's still street rap. It's still some boom bap. But it's like, it's way more contemporary hip hop that I would say is for the grown folks. And he's been in the game for a minute, so he has the experience under his belt. I hope he don't tap into these new cats, man, and just try to like catch that wave again. Cause I love what he's doing. I love that he's decided to really take this craft seriously. And 24 Gospel ends with, I think this is from a movie, but this is exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about respecting hip hop, respecting the poetry of hip hop. We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race, and the human race is filled with the passion. And medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits. They're necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for.